like to call welcome you back. Okay, I was here earlier and I got disrupted, so I'm back. I am in the process of making Bánh Khọt. Okay, Bánh Khọt is a little Vietnamese cupcakes. It's not a dessert. Okay, this is to be a meal. Hopefully, it will turn out well. I just want to welcome you. So, what I did today is that I had one package of Bun Khot premix. Okay? So what I did with it is that I add 1 can of 13.5 fluid ounce coconut milk. Shake it. Pour in this bowl here. And then the batter flour, it came in a little package. Okay, it's called Bun Khot. And I'm not endorsed by the brand. So the Bun Khot look like this, okay? It's a little cupcake, look like that. And it says Bun Khot, supposed to be Vietnamese terminology. And then I had about 2 cups of water. When I locked off, I came back and add about another cup of water because this is an old flowers, so old flowers is a little bit different. It behaves a little bit different than new rice flour. Okay, when the grain get mature, it have tendency to expand or multiply, expand. Okay, it expand or get fattened by the once it's being mixed in the liquid. So I was gone for about 2 hours. So when it came back, it come out perfect. And in the package here, it came with a small package of turmeric. So turmeric is what make this Bánh Khọt batter yellow. Okay, so it helps minimize the smell of the old grain too, because old grain, it had a little stale smell, you know what I mean. If you buy the packages from Asian food supply or food supply, make sure that you check on the expiration date. Okay, so I have my shrimp prepared. Where's my shrimp? Hold on, please. I have my shrimp right here. So I'm making 2 versions of Bánh Khọt today. Okay, one is vegetarian, the other one is with shrimp. Vegetarian, I have mung bean, which is I soak it on my way out of here, and I'm just boiling it right now. It'll take a few minutes for it to boil. So my batter is ready. I add the extra liquid to thin it down. So this is the way I observe how thick or thin the batter is by the weight of the work here. Okay, if let me move it out from here first. Let me explain a little bit. So when you mix it, when I mix it, I feel the weight of the flours. Okay, if you mix this, you intended to make this. If you mix this, blend this, you can feel the dragging of the flours, meaning that it's too thick. So the right amount of texture would be when you mix it, you should be able to move freely without weight. Okay, because this is an old grain flours, so it's thick. I already used about 2 cups of plain water and then 1/3 of 13.5 can of coconut juice. Coconut milk. Okay, typically I add an egg or 2 because I'm allergic to it, so I'm going to be eating this today, so I leave it out. So I have 2 cupcake or crepe maker today. I have one on my own, and then there's one in this household. So I end up having two. To have two crepes is gonna help. It's gonna help help this food get somewhere quicker. So I have portable electric oven here that I can move around with me if I wanted to cook outside, inside, downside. Anyway, I can take it with me. Okay, I have gas grill, gas stove, but then that's a different story. So like I said, go ahead and marinate the cupcake maker here, or we call it, does look like cupcake maker. In Thailand we call Khnom Krok. In Cambodia we call it Nung Krok. Okay? And then in America, well, the Vietnamese call the pan crepes Bun Khọt. So Cambodia call it Bánh Khọt, and then the crepe we call it Nung Krok. Okay? So that's what we're doing today. So I have my heater on, my stove on to medium low, or medium low, medium, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I think it's, make sure that it's nice and warm and serviceable. Okay, if you do low heat, it'll take longer to cook the crepes, the batter. So I have shrimp that I pre-cooked. It was a large shrimp, so I pierced into half. Okay, that's all I need because it's such a small cup, so we don't need a whole shrimp. I can do the whole shrimp, but then it'll be too big of a bite. So I divide it in two, and then I blanch this. It's not completely cooked. How you know the shrimp is cooked? Of course, it turned pink. But this one is pink, but it's not quite done yet. Okay, because because it's gonna be cooking within this little cup here, so it will cook well. Okay, to do that, while I'm waiting for the mung bean to process and cook beforehand, when it's done, I'll drain it, and then if I do the vegetarian one, then I just add the mung bean on the top of it and allow it to cook. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that I am watching the screen. Let me turn on my computer so I know who is online with me, because I can't get that on my iPad. Yeah, so let me okay, welcome back. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and sample a little bit of this, make sure that my batter is at its best performance. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and increase this to medium low. Hold on, low medium low, or high medium. No, not high medium low. Okay, because if we pressure this to cook, it will not cook right. Okay, it will be funky. That's all I can tell you. Let me pay attention to my mung bean. I'm cooking on the big stove. While I'm waiting for the mung bean to process, let me increase this. I got a little itching on my neck. I'm not sure it was the lotions or what have you. You know what? When you have allergy, it's crazy because I'm allergic to perfumes and certain type of body cream also. It's so much fun being me, you know, all the things that I'm allergic to that cause the irritation. That's sad. So the burner, one is big burner, one is small burner, so it's gonna cook differently, okay? But as long as I have these two baby here, I should be able to cook quickly. Let me turn up the volume of the heat, and then we should be on our way to rock and roll. Okay. So the bánh xèo or the bánh khọt, okay, it's yellow. The color derived from the turmeric powder, and you don't have to buy turmeric if you buy the package. Okay, the bag here, the package here, okay. Look like that. Okay. And of course, we're gonna be serving fresh lettuce, cucumber, and then fresh herb if you have them. If you don't, then just get away with cilantros, okay, and of course, and any type of lettuce and cucumber will go well. Slide it up, wash it, slice it up, and then do the sweet and sour dipping sauce. Okay, that is traditional serving. The sweet and sour dipping sauce, or the fish sauce. No, the fish sauce will be the whole bottle. You have to dilute the fish sauce, the equal amount of water, and then the equal amount of water and fish sauce, and then probably about 1/4 of the variation on lemon juice. If you like it sour, make it sour, but then it should be sweet, salt, and vinaigrette type of dressing. But vinaigrette is not, well, if you don't want all that, you can do vinaigrette, salad dressing, or even just simple as any type of salad dressing, preferably. But this right here is Vietnamese cuisine, so you know they have to live up with their name by serving with fish sauce, sweet and sour sauce. Okay, let me sample the batter. Okay. It's done already. I sampled earlier today. The flavor is good. It's just that it was a little bit hard, so I added more water. So I can smell the contrast between the coconut milk and turmeric. Since I added turmeric, it started to smell all wonderful. Okay, let me go ahead and start it with this batter into this little cup. Okay, so the little cup is already hot, so be careful handling it. I got burned the other day, not from these. Okay, so you could go ahead and pour about halfway. Okay, not full, because we're gonna add shrimp, and shrimp's gonna weight down, and it will not be, it will be spilling everywhere. So that's why we just go halfway, and it makes it make the crepe cook a little quicker. Okay, so I need to batter this one, because this is one that I used earlier. Just go lightly on coconut. If you have coconut oil, go ahead and use coconut oil. If not, you can use butter. You can use any kind of good cooking oil, because you're going to be eating this oil, so make sure that it's healthy oil. Has omega fat in it. Will be nice. Okay, so this one right here, we can one of them has lid and the other one does not have lid. I have to go borrow lid. I hope he didn't put away my lid. No, maybe he did. Did he? Oh, no, not. Okay. So here's one of the lid. Let me find one more lid. Okay. Here we go. Oh, smaller. Get a bigger lid. Good thing this household had lid for all sizes, which is wonderful. So we're gonna get a cover for have to remember not to touch this dangy thing because it's hot. I know that, but Sometimes what I did is that I wrap it with a cold towel or wet towel. Okay. Maybe burn it. Maybe below the heat. Oh, blah. I'm gonna go ahead and add the shrimp. Okay, while the batter is still. I think I'm too late for that. I might have to add a little bit more of the batter to keep the shrimp down. Okay? Now, if you're vegetarian, just do mung bean, do tofu, smash it up, and then when this is done, you just add it on the top like I do here. Okay, this I'm doing shrimp. You can do chicken also. Okay, let me add a little bit more of the batter because I waited too long and it's settled. And when I add shrimp, if it's not tucked into the flour, it will fall off when I flip it. So let me add a little bit of batter. I'll do the same thing for this one. I'm gonna add my shrimp. I think this one. Oops. I'll probably do the same thing. I should have put the shrimp right after I did this. You can use any size of shrimp, but if you do the super large one or a jumbo shrimp, peel into half. If you want the whole, you could too, but then it'll be a big bite. Okay. Cool bite. Same thing for here. I'm gonna add a little bit of. I'm gonna add just a little bit, just to keep the shrimp glued together with the. Because we're gonna flip this, okay? Make sure that the other side get brownie also, because we want both top and the bottom to get brownie. So let me see, it's ready for it to get flipping. So use one of the steak knife or any knife you can. Ooh, I got one more that's not ready. You see in the middle here, I think I forgot to add extra. Welcome all of you back, okay? So see, flipping is easy, okay? But make sure that the batter is settled already before you flip it. Otherwise, you have mess, okay? It's just, it's too high. I'll have to turn it down because my cake is not done yet. But then on the bottom is already too brown, so that's not a good indication there. Let me flip it on the other side and allow it to cook from outside in. But because we want the whole goal with Bánh Khọt is that to have the crunchiness on the top or out layer and be pushing inside of the little cupcake here. Okay? So it's two variation with the crunchy top. Okay, so when you bite into it, you can feel the crunchiness and the sponginess of it. Okay, so that's how I'm looking at it. So to do this, I'm going to cover it to help with the speedy process of cooking it. Okay, so I'm going to flip this also. Easy that, okay, because this right here is well oiled, and this is if you're the first time owner to this little pan here, the cup pan here, make sure that you wash it really well. You just boil it, okay, soak it. Fill up with water and you boil it for 10-15 minutes. That way just safety reason, okay? Because this baby here go through process and handling. So to make sure that it's safe for consumption. So we need to. I know it's gonna be on fire, right? Common sense is that it's on fire, but you know it's just me being crazy. So about cleanliness. So I'm just want to double work. Okay, so how I keep this warm and serviceable for family is that I would have a pan, okay, and keep warm, very low heat on the pan, because this will be good when consumed warm. If it allowed to sit until it get cold, because this is rice, okay. Rice when it get cold, it has tendency to get hard and would change the flavor. Not change the flavor, it change the textures when we eat it. So the best is to serve it while it's still nice and warm. If you have to keep it for period of time. The best way to reheat this, not microwave, not best way. If you do microwave, prefer air fryer. Air fryer had a better result to heat food, stuff like this, okay? But if you don't have air fryer, then you can use baking pan, not baking pan. You can use a regular pan, low heat. Just leave it, cover it, and turn it until you know that it warmed through the inside, and then the outside still maintain the crispiness, because this is, I think the main goal is to get the rice to stay crispy on the outside and to stay nice, soft, cushion, and tasty in the inside. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. But like I said, if you prolong this, make sure that you reheat it in a proper manner. Okay, so all my shrimp fall into it, man. Donkey. Well, this one, my shrimp is still on it. This one right here, my shrimp fell into the bottom, which is fine. No big deal. Okay. So let me check on mung bean. Okay, make sure I didn't burn any, and then I will like have to start it over. Once again, the mung bean tastes, well, it tastes good. It has no flavor. I can add a little flavor to it. I actually forgot where I put the thing. For those of you who don't know what mung bean look like, the mung bean is a yellow bean. Okay, it's this is already they already stripped off the bran. So it's the green beans, small seeds that the bean sprout are made from. Okay, so this is where they grow the bean sprout from. So there's the green one. I know how to make homemade bean sprout. I had it in my videos, a couple of them. Part 1, part 2, what have you. So bean sprout is very easy to make them. If you're interested in making your own bean sprout, you're welcome to check on the bean sprout. Like, I don't remember which video it is, but then it was very, very, very nice. Okay. So I have this right here. I'm gonna put in this pot, and then I can put in the pan and keep it warm. Okay. I want to make sure that my my cake is done completely. I can turn it over and check it. You can tell whether it's done or not. Okay. This because I used the lid. It gets dampened, so it gets softened. So I'm gonna turn it back to the original size, so to get it crispy. Well, this one right here didn't completely glue down to it, but I'm not worried about it. Somebody's gonna have to pick it up. So here we go. The Bun Khọt it's cool. It's doing its magic. Okay. So again, mung bean, it look like that. Okay. It's a yellow bean. Americans are not very popular with mung bean because I don't think they have a recipe for it. But then Asian had a whole bunch of recipe for mung bean, and it looked like this one. It's green. Okay. It's small. It's yellow. It's called mung bean. M-U-N-G. Monk. Not the monk. Not the Buddhist monk. Okay, this is monk. And I make dessert out of these. Okay, I make dessert filler out of it. And there's so many ways to cook the mung bean. And of course, the main purpose of it is growing the sprout, the bean sprout, the popular bean sprout. None of my kids like bean sprout. I like bean sprout. I think it is bland. It has no flavor, but oh my goodness, it came off. What the heck? Okay, shrimp, you want to be free? Go free, boy. So the difference between the Bun Khọt and the Cambodian or the Thai crepe is that with the Cambodian sometimes they cup it together, put the two cake together, okay, and a lot of times they serve with coconut, with seasoning coconut, add some salt, some sugar to it, and become a very delightful dipping sauce. Okay, let me increase it a little bit to allow on this the first side of this cake to be crunchy. In the meantime, I think my mung bean is ready. So it's done. Okay, I boil this. I add about 1 cup of water. I think I have about a cup of mung bean. No, probably not even one, but then it expanded. Okay, it got fat, and so it cooked really well. It's very soft right here, and I add a little bit of chicken bouillon, no, chicken flavor to it, so it's some flavor because the batter is already flavored. So so this is her meat here. She's vegetarian. And let me set this aside because I still have shrimp making going. So with this, I'm going to use this big pan here. I'm going to use low heat on the big stove to keep my Bun Khọt heat, okay, stay warm. So that way it does not get cold and I have to reheat it. Okay. So then to do this, I'll line it up in the pan, okay, downward, beside it, out. See, it's already crunchy on the bottom. It's nice and brown on the bottom. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. That's how you know this cake is done. So it'll take me what, 10-15 minutes. And then because this is not that super thick, okay? It's very thin. It's not even full. If it's full, then it takes a little bit longer to cook. Okay, so I'm just discarding whatever is that is falling off this cake and get rid of it. So that way, the next drop will have a smooth transition. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and re-oil. So re-oil each time when you make new cupcake. Okay, I mean new cup. That way it won't get sticky. Let me lower the heat. Shoot. I think he'll open the window already. Okay, let me quickly and refill this. Okay, so it go in here. Okay. Let me go ahead and do that because it's smoky right now. Oh baby. Get too angry with that. Okay. I'm gonna drop the shrimp immediately after I'm dropping this, so that way the shrimp have a chance to stick into it nicely. Okay. Okay. There's my shrimp. Okay, Rebecca. Okay, get off. See, when you do this, it's sunk a little bit deeper, okay? So that way you don't have to worry about it coming off. It might, because sometimes it does not grab because the shrimp has, it doesn't grab the shrimp. Don't worry about it, it's not going to go anywhere. One way or the other, it's going to get consumed. So I add a little bit more to soak the shrimp a little bit better. Okay, we'll leave this baby alone. We're just going to go ahead and shut it up. And let me bring out the rest on here. Okay, where's my thing? Oh man, I used that on the shrimp already. So I know I have more than one tongue, but it's ridiculous. I have to run back and forth like I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, oh man, it's so beautiful. Let me get chopstick instead. I want to I don't like this kind of skinny chopstick because I have a hard time handling it. I like the better one. So you know, this one, the shrimp came off, but you know what? They'll search for it. And one without shrimp, they don't have to search for the shrimp. So well, this one is doing well. I want to show you on the bottom of it. So it's a little browny. That's the best way to deal with this Bun Khọt. Okay, you know that once it's brown on the bottom, it's going to be crispy. And if you want to keep it crispy, then turn it over like this. Okay, turn the shrimp downward, so that way the batter part will be upward and it'll be exposed to air and it won't get soggy. Yeah, let me do that. And from the view I'm getting, it looked like button mushroom. It is fine with me. Okay. Weird. Increase the heat a little bit. Okay, you're gonna oil it again from top to bottom. It's a little smoky because it's on intense heat. So there we go. Okay, that's beautiful. Oh, you know what? I'm not even worried about keep it warm because when I serve it get too cold, I'm gonna do the I'm gonna use air fryer for it, and that will save me time. Okay, let me transfer it over. It's easier to do this over this side. All right. So when you do this, you can hear the chow chow chow. That's why it's called bun cell, because it does make that kind of noise, you know, the sizzling noise, which is lovely. Okay, I don't have enough shrimp. I ran out of shrimp. I thought that I made more. I did. So the rest is going to be vegetarian, which we're going to be adding the mung bean. Okay, we do the same fashion. We're going to add the mung bean in there because it's vegetable. We can add a whole bunch in there. This is the flavor of mung bean. So it's gonna go in that fashion. Okay. If you want tofu, make sure that you chop it up or you fried it and cook it in advance, so that way it'll have a smooth transition. Okay. You don't want fresh tofu. You see how easy it is already? Okay, I think this already need to turn. Okay. I have another cupcake maker. Okay, that one has about probably 16 cavities, but it's small. Okay, it's a smaller version of it, and I had it at the other house. I left it for my daughter. If I go over there, if I needed to use it for my cooking purpose, then I use it. But that one is a smaller version. It's about smaller the size of this, and it goes quicker too because it's so huge. I mean, not so huge, it's so many, and then you do a few times and you have enough. So, couple people. Because this thing right here is so good. Okay, it's so delicious. Sometimes we eat this uncontrollably. Why did I say that? Because it's so good, you just forgotten to count. Because you know, the more you eat, the more it tastes good. It goes well with the sweet and sour sauce, whatever sauce you prefer. You can eat this with honey if you like. You know. Remember, this one is smaller burner, so I have to increase the heat a little bit. But I'm not in a hurry with that one because I have this one running, which is doing pretty good. So thus far, because it's 7 cavities, so I have 14 done already. So a couple more rounds and we should be done. And then if you would like the recipe for the sweet and sour sauce, inbox me. Leave me comments. One, I'm logged off my live, all the comments we have does not stay with it, it's gonna get diminished. So you have to go into my to the uploaded video to leave me comment and say, hey, you know, I need the recipe for the sweet and sour sauce. It's just like I mentioned earlier that if you use lemon, it tastes better with fresh lemons or limes. Sometimes you don't, then you use vinegar or whatever, you know, the sweet and the sourness that you use in making the sauce. But you need fish sauce, and there is vegetarian fish sauce if you don't want the real fish sauce, okay, and then you fish sauce, sugars, and the lemon juice. Just blend it. The water is more than fish sauce, okay. 1 cup of water, which should be about 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, and perhaps 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and then you blend it. You sample it. Oh, sugar too, okay. The sugar and water is about the same amount. Or you want less sugar, then you add less sugar, and then you sample it to your liking taste. Whether you like more sweet and sour, more fish sauce, then you manage the flavor and the taste of it. Okay, so this right here will, in the traditional sense, they eat with lettuce, cucumbers, what else they have? Fresh herbs, and then those who enjoy peanut, the roasted peanut crusted, put on to add it into the dipping sauce, okay? And because I'm allergic to those, I stay away. I'm allergic to corn. I stay away all the food thing that cause me irritation. So I put it on downward, the shrimp downward, and allow the bun khọt, top bun khọt to stay firm and crunchy. Okay. Let me flip this baby over because I think it's ready to be flipped. Flip it. If the knife is getting sticky, go ahead and bathe it in the oil a little bit, okay? Because this pan here has been cooked for so many times, so it's saturated with fat, okay? If you notice, the thing about cast iron is that once you cook it so long, it's saturated with fat already, so it becomes loose and easier to cook and to deal with than the aluminum pan or even regular cooking pan, or even with the one with Teflon and the non-stick cooking thing, you know, cooking pan. So I love this, you know. And you know where else to get cast iron product? Secondhand store. Okay, you go to the Salvation Army, one of those secondhand store, and they have plenty of stuff like these, very minimal. I didn't get this from the secondhand, but I'm just saying that a lot of this cast iron, and people don't use it anymore. But they said that it's good to people who has low iron or in the blood glucose, not glucose, the hemoglobin, low in hemoglobin, blood cell. They recommend that we cook in the cast iron, because they absorb a little of iron from the pan, and it helps. I don't know, I'm just saying, okay, you have to do research and don't quote me on that. I know very little, so you know, I might say the wrong thing, and you say, that's not the way it is. I understand that. I'm sorry. You know, I'm just poking the knowledge for you to go research for it. Okay, I don't have the university for that, so okay, let me flip it back so that allow it to season it by, not season it, allow it to get crunchy. Okay. Oh, it tastes so good. Oh yeah, this baby is cooking. The bun khọt is thin, it's not thick. It's cooked relatively quicker than the thick one. You can do the big and thick one, but you're gonna cook it longer. And I found that it's more palatable and delightful if you cook it thin like these, okay? And some will do it real thick, like the full cup. Okay, I'm only doing like 2/3 of the cup here. You see that? There's still room for more, but I'm not doing that today. Okay, so just want to welcome all of you. I know that Cece, thank you for coming back, love. I appreciate you. I know I have to go take care of things for my mom, you know. In the social service program, you know, I have to say that the best social service program would be California. That's why everybody moved to California, because they have best social services. You know, I mean, things are great in the state, and the humanitarian is a lot greater. But here, I don't know, I have to deal with crazy stuff that I'm not familiar with. So you just got bounce from one place to the next place. By the time I get it done, I'm exhausted and about to give up on doing that shitty thing to do. Oh, my bad, shitty thing. Yeah, so how do you know Bánh Khọt is done? When something is cooked, it look cooked. If it's undercooked, then you know when you open it up, it still have flour. Okay, it still have batter on it. So we don't want that. We want it to like completely done. Okay, you want it like it's when it's done, you know it's done. Because we do spend some time cooking this, so there's no kidding. So you see the shrimp sunk really well. Okay, that's how it's supposed to look like when it's done. So it's self-explanatory. So you've been cooking for a while, you know when something is done or when something is not. It just common sense thing. Okay. So if you didn't cook it completely, then you have to stick into warmer, such as the air fryer, to cook it good. Because flour sometimes it's hard for digestive system. Even it's fine as flour, but when you eat it raw, it can mess up the stomach. You become gassy, become bloated, and yet diarrhea. So I'm just saying, you know, cook your food well. That's why the raw stuff don't work well with me, especially if I'm cooking something with the gluten, like rice, sticky rice, regular rice, flour rice, any kind of flours. I make sure it cook well because I had such a bad food allergy, and anything it trigger me, it bring me down for days. I don't have time for that. So when I cook, I make sure I cook it thoroughly. Okay, so I'm running out of shrimp, so from now on forward, we're going to be doing the mung bean, which is fine. I will eat the mung bean also. I'll serve my family, you know, and this is enough for 4 or 5 serving here. Well, like I said, sometimes when they're eating this, they just like want to eat everything. So sometimes my family can be eating 10, 15 of these, and if I have 14, then no one can be gone. So that's why when I make this thing, I will make in hundreds if I'm serving a lot of family members, because it's small and it tastes so good, and they wanted to like enjoy it, because it's not something that I cook every day and once in a pink moon. Because blue moon, it doesn't happen too often, but pink moon, it happens every time, and you know. That's why I'm saying that this chance of getting red moon than the blue moon. Okay, make sure that we batter it and we oil this every time when we refill our dough. Okay, I'm gonna switch this over because I want it to get less mess. Okay. And remember to use these because this thing hot. It's very hot. It'll burn. I learned that in a hard way sometimes. You hear that sound? Oh, it sounds so pretty, you know? Sound like making pancakes. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add some mung bean in there. Again, you can use carrots, any kind of vegetable, your choice, okay? And tofu will work also, but because we cook this in a Vietnamese tradition, so they prefer mung bean. You can add some shredded coconut or shredded vegetables such as yuca. No, not yuca. Coconut. You can do shred coconut. You can do shred carrot to make it look pretty. Okay, but I had some. I had scallions. Yeah, scallions on here. Chopped scallions on there. So there's some greenish in it. So I have just about maybe two, 3 more rounds, and we should be done with it. Okay. And let me check on the mung bean fillings. Oh, this one has some shrimp. So that's why I have a few shrimps on here. I'm not trying to make the shrimp because she said, I don't like the smell of shrimp, sister. Okay. I don't know, when I become personal chef, I'll stop charging people. Order like I'm at a restaurant. Gotta cook a certain way, certain temperature. Like, I don't do that. I cook the way I want to cook. You eat or you don't. That's it. McDonald's is around the corner. Enjoy. Yeah, we don't mean it like that. Of course you do. Oh, I forgot to put this back. I'm not gonna worry. Okay. So I'm gonna put this back, lay on the back of it to give it a second for it to get crispy. Okay. But it's already crispy. Not too bad. Okay, for her, I have just a perfect storage for her. I had it earlier. Oh yeah, it's right here. She had a clay pot. This is the Chinese clay pot. So again, I can turn this upside down to allow the top of the bottom of the cake to stay crispy. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and re-batter it, not re-batter, re-oil, or apply extra cooking oil. Not too much, okay? But this is sesame oil, so I can be generous with it because my family loves sesame oil. Except for one grandson of mine who is allergic to sesame, so he can't have it. It's exchange place because I like it over here better, so I can do this without sticky mess everywhere. Now I just love the sound of it. It sounds like the soothing noise, sound like a white noise, you know, that alleviate the ringing in the ear. Okay, I still have mung beans, so I'll go ahead and then of course if you don't want any of this filling, you can do it. You can do it. You can do this by itself, okay, plain. You fine. And then for the Khmer cupcake, the one that's called the Mung Beans, we don't use turmeric, the yellow turmeric powder. Okay. It's just gonna be flour, coconut milk, and a little sugar if it's serviceable. If it's not, then just coconut milk, rice flour, and that's it. There's no filling. Okay, so that's the difference between the Vietnamese and the Cambodian Mung Beans. And then of course, like I said, in Thailand, they serve that with the coconut cream. How to make coconut cream is to cook the coconut cream with some salt, with some sugars, and so you have to be between that beautiful combinations of sweet, salt, and cream. The opposite of the fish dipping sauce, the fish sauce dipping sauce. So it would be a little bit of salt come from the fish sauce, or vegetable sauce, or vegetarian fish sauce. Fish sauce, if you meat eater, and then sugars, lemon or limes, or vinegar, it'll work. Okay, so that's it. That's the dipping sauce is so easy. It's a lot easier than making American salad dressing. Even if you fasten it with vinaigrette, you can do that too. You know, you can use the vinaigrette for it. You want the sweetness, and just add a little honey to it, and you have the dipping sauce right there. You don't have to go fancy with anything, because you can transform a regular vinaigrette into Asian dipping sauce by just add honey to it, and that's it. It'll transform the flavor of the vinaigrette. So that's just me. Sometimes when I don't want to make sweet and sour sauce, dipping sauce, then I just do the vinaigrette and add honey to it, and I have it. So it'll be more of the vinaigrette than the honey. So if you put too much honey, too sweet, and then if you like it sweet, then make it sweet. You don't like it too sweet, then you know you just manage the flavor to your liking. Okay, this one right here is the mung bean. So it's full because I put a lot of mung bean in there. I'm gonna go ahead and close this for a few minutes to allow the cake to cook. Okay. There you go. So we have maybe 2 more rounds and we should be done. And let me check on this. This is not quite ready yet. This is a small burner. Let me check what I have. Oh. Well, because my friend said that she would stop by and get me the lettuce, because I couldn't put a lot of stuff in there because my fridge needed something done to it. So on this side it looked good, but this side is still troublesome. So we in the process of waiting for the part. So we didn't try to buy a lot of fresh vegetable because it's a waste. So so she said that she will stop by the grocery store and get the lettuce I need for tonight. So I was gonna show you how we arrange this. Okay, so first you're gonna pre-wash the lettuce and allow it to air dry so it won't be dampened, because you don't want it wet vegetable on the plate, and you place this on and it's just automatically soaking. Okay, just gonna ruin it. Okay, and then dice the cucumber to bite size and some decorative carrots if you mind, you know, you'd be able to do it. And then add some fresh mint if you have it. If you don't, and use cilantro. Again, wash them ahead of time and air dry or pat it. Okay, drain it really well before serving. And then the sweet and sour sauce, I give instruction. You want me to do written recipe, I could, written ingredient, I could, but you have to jump over to YouTube channel to do that. If you're on TikTok, you're interested in getting the sweet and sour sauce, then jump over to YouTube channel, and if you subscribe, I would love if you do that to support me there also. If it's not, I'm fine with it, you know, but your support means the whole world to me. And then you say, hey, I need the recipe to the dipping sauce. Let me know which one you want to do, the vinaigrette, or you want to do the fish sauce. Then let's be specific, so I can write out the recipe for you. I'll leave it anyway, you know. As soon as the video is loading up, I will go and add it, you know. This is the mung bean. It's a little bit heavy because the mung bean does have some weight on it. Okay, so it's no different. This doesn't fall off like the shrimp. For some reason, the shrimp is kind of like want to jump out and take a walk. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It smells so good. Despite of being old, stale flowers. So, like I said, when you buy stuff from Asian store, make sure you check the expiration date, because the Asian merchant, I have nothing against them. It's just that they're so, I don't want to call the word stingy or uneducated, because they don't always comply with the food and drink administration. You know, they want to sell everything even expired. Well, American grocery store do the same thing, especially on the recall item. You know, they don't post for the public because the company already posts the public notification. And you have to do your own research, especially when you buy seafood product. When you buy seafood product, when they said that it's recall and still on shelf or in the freezer, so you just have to educate yourself, you know. Especially the item is on sale, you know, because the merchant trying to sell it off, making money out of it as much as possible. They don't care about it's going to affect public health. They don't care. They just want to make money. So anything that's on sale, either near expiration date, some of the item that even expire, you can consume it, take it. But if something that's going to get spoiled quick, you know, or get moldy, Stay away because mold can kill you, can shut down your immune system, your system, and the next thing you know, you be by for good. And that just because I experienced some of that. I'm allergic to mold, so that's why when I buy food, I check, especially you buy the bakery, you know, the bread, and it had shelf life and bagels and stuff like that. You know, it had shelf life, and to keep it long shelf life, and they have to add all kind of preservative, and that's why we eat those stuff. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just saying that for education purpose only, is that, you know, you have to educate yourself, okay? Because the merchant don't have time to do that for you. You have to educate yourself. If you're gonna buy food, then you have to know all that. And then the problem, I have a problem with the merchant is that, you know, they have this color-coded green, white, yellow, whatever it is. I don't remember what green stand for, yellow stand for, the red stand for. Maybe green means it's longer shelf life, or the red is like expired, and then the yellow close to being expired, something like that. So you have to understand the color code of the little tag, you know, especially on the bread, whether it's a brand name bread or store made bread. They have those things, you know. Just educate yourself, and that's all I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because those people, the merchant, are not going to educate you and scare you away from buying the product, and everything become expired. So you have to educate yourself. So we have to practice that, being healthy, eating healthy too, you know, because we are hungry, we want to feed the family, we'll get what is on sale. Then, you know, make sure that what's on sale is not bad food, recall food, or near expiration date food. You know, it's okay. Some of the food, you know, I mean, you can eat it even after expired. You know, just that, like this flour here. I was telling you that this rice flour here, after it's expired. No, I take it back. After it's been left in the bag too long, it started to develop bug. It's just like beetle, but then it's smaller version, so small, sometimes you can't see your empty eye, naked eye. But you have to, if you have expiration flours or rice or grains, it had a little bug. It's almost like beetles, you know, and then it consumed the product, and they go to pee-pee, they go poo-poo in your flour, and you consume that. As long as cooked, should be okay. I'm not saying nothing, but just to remind you that if you're going to buy grain, make sure that you eat them on timely method. If you're going to, like my mom, she hoarded she wanted like 5 bags of rice because she afraid that the market shut down, and that there's no more rice, just like the thing with the tariff. My mom's scared that there won't be no rice. That Mom, American produce rice too, but not the same rice in Asia, you know, because there's a certain brand that they imported that are like soft and cushions and all that. But American rice is very hard. I don't know how I can't tell you that, because there's a big difference between the Asian rice and American rice. Tell you, the way you cook it, it'll come out differently. Okay, it's from experience. I'm just speaking from experience. Oh, look at that, how pretty. Okay, now this one right here has more brownish into it, which is nice. Okay? Because my friend, she like her a little bunny, so I'll probably put back the one that's not too bunny back in it, because she like her brown. When it said brown, she wanted like near to being charcoal. Gotta remember that. The one that don't cook, the one that has so much commentating issues. Like, yeah, so I'll do it yourself. Here, here's the knife. Here's a fishing pole. Go take care of it. You know, don't try to be mean, but sometimes, you know, people gotta get the message that when you get free food, be quiet about it, and be appreciate, be thankful that's being cooked and being prepared for. You make one to complain, that's it. I'm making my note too. You did that last time, you ain't getting no more. My family know that. My kids know that too. My grandchildren even learned that pattern too. As far as that, oh, this is so good, Grandma. So, gotta be sincere though. You're not sincere, I know that too. Sometimes they would say, well, it's so strict, Grandma. It's not strict, okay? If you have to do the work that I do, you'll be like me too, shoot. That's why my baby girl, She just turned 8 a couple weeks last week, and she loved making pancake or waffle, and she made good at it. My mom bought her this cute heart-shaped waffle maker, and it's cute, and she loves it, you know, and she knows how to make it. Her mom already taught her how to make waffle, and yeah, she made good waffle. So she survived. And my grandson, he's 14. He started cooking when he was 9, because he plays sport and he consumes a lot of protein. So he cook his own meat. He like his own little lamb, you know. And I'm like, okay, I cook for you, but I'll stay away, you know, because the gamey meat smell, it does not register in my system. Because growing up in Cambodia, we don't have those kind of meat, you know. The most meat we eat will be the fish from the ocean or the water, and we hardly kill anything that walk of life, you know. We don't really slaughter pig unless they have special occasion like wedding, funerals, or engagement, or like New Year and special holiday gathering. Then yeah, and then you know they will butcher a pig or a cow if they have big reception, and a lot of chicken, you know. And then for like daily consumption, the main staple would be rice, vegetable, and fish. That's sufficient, you know. I mean, we don't need to go fancy. I run a Mung Beans, so I have just about maybe 3 cups, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. So she got more than anybody else, so she liked to pack for work. And she liked to show it off at work too, so I said, what the heck, go ahead. If it make you happy, then be happy. Go show it off. Yeah. But don't be telling them that I'm your servant or your maid though, you know, that it'd be cool. So I cooking this for you, not for you to like treat me like I'm your personal chef or I am maid servant at home. No. Said, no, not like that. I appreciate you. I love you because you cook for me. Oh, okay. And then, you know, what happened? My heart just melted. Don't be sweet to be no good. And someone being sweet, either be genuinely sweet or being facetious sweet, you know. Facetious sweet means you pretending to be sweet so that you can get things that you want. Yeah. So I think I have about 3 slots. So let me do that. I know that you want a conversation, but I just want to get this done, okay? But I just want to say welcome all of you. I appreciate all of you for being on here. And I'm making Bánh Khọt or Nung Khot. Oh, let me fill it up. Hey, it burns up. Oops, don't do that. My goodness. Let me turn this crazy thing around. Burning me for grabbing me like I'm doing well so far, and now I'm trying to burn me for my last minute of cooking. You know, you know what Cambodians do to provide first aid to burn to the burn area? They actually use the fish sauce or toothpaste. Oh my goodness! I don't know what Cambodia knows so much about medicinal. The longer I stay with old people, I become old like them. I think old, I do think old way. But they're not here anymore. I become them actually, because all that thing that I thought was silly actually work. Yeah, it works. So I kept crying about it. Oh, I forgot to shut this. Let me move this around because this one is not full, but this one is full, so let me move around so that it'll cook quicker. How about that? Exchange place. So this baby over because it's trying to snatch me and burn me before I leave. Shoot, I don't want that. So this is my sweet and sour sauce, okay? I always have it in the fridge because I'm like my mom. We worry about running out of supplies. The reason I have this is just like salad dressing, okay? You have to have in the fridge in case you want to have like a light calorie food or you're on diet and you want the salad dressing to be available when you prepare your salads. The same thing. Okay, Asian don't use salad dressing as much as American because back in the day we don't consume lettuce that way. We consume lettuce in like a fancy way. You know, we had accompaniments of fish cakes such as this or the bun seal, the whole crepes. We can do that next time if you like. I can come back and do that pan crepes. I can do the chicken filling, that one right there. I can add a lot more vegetable. I can add shrimp, chicken, or pork meat. I have not tried beef. It's not customary to do that. But tofu, chicken, pork, cooked, okay, and shrimp. Sometimes I put the shrimps and the chicken together. And then if I don't use bean sprout, then I use chopped spinach or cabbage at work, okay? And then you lay it down just like you do pancake. One very thin, you know, very thin crepes. It have to be thin. It's not like pancake, it's thick, okay? It have to be thin enough where I can flip it over and allow it to cook like I'm doing here. A beautiful color because the bun cell actually it's the same. We use the same cooking batter, okay? This I can do the pancake. I could have done that. I didn't even think about that, okay? So maybe next time if you be interested, I can come back and do the bun cell. We call bun cell. All right. So we are at the last of the Mohegan here, and it turned out really nice. It smells so good. So though even I can smell the stale of the old flowers. So I'm gonna tell her that she still have 2 more bags that like need to consume quickly or just discard it. I should have read the label, the date on it, and I could have discarded. But I was already got coconut milk and went back and read the label and went, okay, I'll make it work. I'm not even mention anything. Nope. Sometimes the thing you don't know, it don't hurt you. When you start knowing it and then it like, you know, start tearing you apart. What do I do with my chopstick? Oh. It's over here. Okay. The baby's ready to be tongued. Look at that. See how easy it is? If you make your batter right and you oil the thing right, you don't struggle when you turn it over. But if you don't do it right, it'll be sticky, it'll be messy, and just telling you from experience, okay? So, because I don't have any green to show you how to embellish this, okay, I have Chinese plate here. It was clean until I put some fork on it. Yeah. So, to do this, let's do this. I'll bring my baby back, okay? Place right in the middle. How about that? I need another tongue one chopstick. Because you know that I love food presentation, right? Let me see. Is it ready yet? Okay. I don't want to jeopardize anything. Okay, in the traditional sense, okay, the way I embellish mine is a lot of green, a lot of lettuce, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and embellish this. Move it up, okay? And typically I serve this alongside with the lettuce and cucumbers and floral design embellishment, but I'm out of luck today. But you know what, I'm not worried. It's just an idea that I'll share with you. So this is the meat one, okay? I have the shrimp on top of it. So when we serve, we lay it, when we serve, we flip it over, okay? The shrimp will be on the top. And that because we have to do the presentation and the facade need to show the beauty of the work. And fact, I can fill this up in the whole plate here. And then because it's already get cooling down, so when I serve this, I will put in the air fryer for a few minutes, okay, to restart it. Because like I said, this tastes better when it's warm, but don't burn yourself if it's too warm, okay? If you burn yourself when you consume this, then it's too warm. And you have to cool it down and slow down. If you get burns out, she tell me to eat it warm. I said warm, not hot. There's a big difference between warm and hot, okay? So, I'm just saying that, yeah. Because people do send me silly stuff too, you know that, right? They send me silly stuff. Sometimes so silly that I have to block them too. I feel like I deserve a lot more respect, and they come over and try to be nothing but facetious, being funny when it's not funny, you know. I mean, especially when I'm doing a great show and somebody can come over and say, nah. No, get off, and don't come back. Bye. That's it. People say, are you always mean like that? No, I'm not mean. Get rid of bad influence. People is not being mean, it's being smart. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of shrimp. I didn't consider that. So here's one more. Oh my goodness. It looks so good. Well, I'm add some beans, the mung bean in it to fill up my plate. How about that? So, let me borrow some from her. All right, so I'm a little anxious to get some green in it, some color in it, so that's why. Hold on, let me remove this out of my way. It sounds like it's still inviting me to get burned, so I'm gonna get rid of this before I do get burned for seriousness. Let me turn this over like this so people know how it looks like on the bottom of it. And let me turn this off. It's done. And I remove this out of my way before I do get myself burned. Like I take the invitation, here, get burned. And we sound like sizzling it. That would be painful. You want to be very painful. Voila. Looks good. I agree with this 100%. Okay, my love. Let me remove all this impediment out of my way. See the Mung Beans? They flip it over while the flour is still soft, okay? And they sandwich it like this. This is what Mung Beans, the Cambodian version, no, the Cambodian Mung Beans, they cup it like that. Okay, cup it like that. It's almost like macaron. Okay, macaron, okay? So it's like that. Okay, let me remove this out of my way before I show you what I have done already. Okay, because I don't trust this thing because it got me a little bit on my finger already. So, right there. Because it is super hot. Let me get this out of my way. And the burner is hot. I'll move it out of my way also because you know me, I'm prone to accident. Okay. I have a little bit of cleaning to do. Okay, so I have the family serving. So for big eaters, 3. For super eaters, 2 servings. For small eaters, we'll look at about 5 to 6 servings, okay? So it depends who you're serving. You serve those who love to eat, then you make a whole lot of this. So I have in here about 30. So if it's a big family, then you have to make about hundreds of these. I'm not joking. Once the family start eating this, it's unstoppable. I tried that before. That's why I'm telling you from experience. Okay, that beautiful. Okay, and it started to get softened because it's now exposed to air. And there you go, love. Num Khot, Bánh Khọt, or Bun Khot. Isn't that delicious? So this is a Vietnamese cuisine I'm proud to present because I make so much of these and it become part of me now. So I don't have to be Vietnamese, I don't have to be Chinese to cook anything that I like. I just love cooking, I just appreciate for culture food, and I adopted it in the culture. You know, I love the food, love cooking the food, love sharing the food. So it come out Bun Khot. So if I have lettuce, I will be make a bowl of it. So here go for my sweet friend. Her is strictly vegetarian, make out of mung bean. Okay, so I make two versions today. One with the shrimp, pre-cooked everything, save for the flowers. I mean the batter, and then the mung bean is pre-cooked also. And then, yeah, that's for her. So because she loves eating, so I might. So I make about 2 servings for her, so if she can have that for tomorrow. So this is 1 big serving for an individual, and she loves Bun Khot. She's Vietnamese, so she might very well eat all these and say, "Oh, that's so good, sister. Would you like to make some more?" I can hear her right now. So I said, another time. Okay. So here we go, Bun Khot. Beautiful. Okay, like to thank the Vietnamese version of it. Actually, I inspired this by eating out at a friend restaurant, and when it first came out, I didn't know about Bun Khot, and she said, I would like to introduce to you a new dish, and she brought it. She brought about 6 or 7 of these, and my sweetheart and I fight over it. Said, wow, this looks like bun shell. So when I sampled it, it is bun shell. And then she said, well, this is Bun Khot. It's something new. It's a new menu. So I said, oh wow. So I sample, you know, I'm chef by nature, so I know what's in the cooking. So I thought, that's a bun shell. Therefore, it's in a little cupping. So from then on, I came home, I tried it out, and it worked really well for me. So I don't know what else people do in Bun Khot. In the culture, I saw them add beers, add elms, and they said that for crispiness. For me, for crispiness, is to make it smaller, thinner, like this, and it's crunchy. Okay, so maybe they did not learn the trick, so you don't have to add extra to get good anywhere. You just know how to cook it in a way that it come out compatibly. So everything is good, save for the flour is old. I could have done this out, but I was being stingy. So, but I let her eat her flour. I let her know that stop buying too much when she's not cooking it. Don't let food expire. It don't taste the same. It doesn't taste fresh. Other than that, the Bun Khot is delicious. It cooked really well. It come out well. As you can see, it's a success. Like my moderator, Cici would tell me, it's a success, Vanna. You know, for her, she know how to uplift another woman's spirit. You know, she always say, "Good job. That look delicious. Oh, that's wonderful." You know, she converse, and she's doing a great job right there. I'm talking to her, and so I have flooded people on. Just want to say thank you so much. So I switched my YouTube to iPad, so I don't get the pop-up comments. So I have my computer on the side there, so I can see a flooded of comments. Okay, but it's very nice, and my CC is on here, and she's always wonderful coming on anytime. Sometimes I don't even have to give her notice. She had I think she received automatic notification from me when I'm coming on. When she's able to come on, she stay with me. Sometimes I do 2 hours and a half cooking. She'll be there too. I think that she fall asleep and wake up, I'm still there, you know, but she's there. Whether she sometimes she have to take a break and take her sweetheart out to eat, but that she's still facilitating. I really appreciate that in a person who, you know, I met her online here. I'm just doing what I'm doing right now, and she popped up one day, and you know, she volunteered herself because she couldn't stand some of the comment I get because I'm cooking. I don't read my comment, and people will be funny, you know, saying stuff that I don't read. So you say, oh wow, you know, that's unfriendly. That's not professional. That is not. It's not friendly. It's not acceptable behavior. That's called cyberbullying. You know, when people go online and sabotage other people, you know, say negative stuff and leave negative comment. Because when I cook, I concentrate on cooking, cutting, especially cutting when I'm handling some hot stuff. I don't have time to be checking on my comment. So when she come around, she manages all that. If she sees something funny, bye. You know. So and then she conversed with them and allowed me to cook without have to worry about responding. And sometimes people were asking me, what are you cooking? You know, she knew what I'm cooking, she will respond. Sometimes I said, what is that? What is this? And if she doesn't know, sometimes I even forgotten. I don't even look up to her comments. So it's just like, you know, pass it by. Anyway, Bánh Khọt is success. My CC, thank you so much for coming back on. I was here earlier, then I have to run and get thing done for my mom. It took about a couple hours because I have to do tests and all that, and do training, fill out the application, the employment applications, and it took a little bit of time. It was way on the other side of town, so I came back and I finished this cooking. I was on here earlier mixing the batter and process the fish and on the shrimp, and I forgot that the mung bean, so I soak it. When I come back, the mung bean was ready to go. I boiled it for 10-15 minutes and it was soft, and I finished my cooking. So we're doing good on timing. Thank you so much for those who continue to support me, whether you return. I'm grateful for your continued support. Your support means the whole world. And if you've been here with me before and you first time, and I'd like to welcome and hope that you'll come back. Okay, please subscribe if you want, if you like, and click like and bell so that you get the latest notification when I'm coming on. I do live show more now. Before I do pre-recorded show, and I just download and put it on YouTube. Now I'm comfortable being around you guys and talking from you guys. Even I'm making goofy, even I make mistake, I don't even care anymore. Okay, as long as I'm on here having you guys, whether it's successful or not successful, you see it all. You know, I don't want to put all the pretty stuff. You don't see the back, you don't see the boob, you don't see the faulty, you know, all that. So you see everything here is recorded. So if I make mistake, but anyway, the cooking today is beautiful. It's delicious. CC, appreciate it, love. And so you have a good evening. So I have a program to attend to. So I'll come back tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be cooking yet. And I'll see what she brought home and what she want me to cook, because she financed the recipe now. So you know, I appreciate that. And sometimes she will send me the ingredients, what I need to do for the day, and she buy the rest. She send the recipe and she buy the ingredients, and I'm happily share that with her, and to serve the family also. I appreciate that. And so today cooking, it brought to you by delicious sesame seed. Sesame oil. Okay, or if you don't, if you're allergic to sesame oil, then make sure that avocado oil, flaxseed oil, or any kind of healthy oil. Start doing that. Start investing in a healthy cooking oil. The one that have omega-3. It's good for your skin, good for your hair, good for the joint. It's good for the heart. And make sure that if you love eating like I do, work it out. Okay, simple. You live upstairs, ups and down 50 times, you'll be good. If you like outdoor, do outdoor. You like bicycling, go. You like walk, do. You like swim, go. If you like tennis, go do something, because the weather is getting friendlier now. Then you know, don't be idling. And when you love food, then you have to be active also, and that is the life skill coaching. Love all of you. Thank you for supporting. Love TikTok. Thank you for being here. Love YouTube. Thank you for your support, and you have a good evening. Until I see you again. Cece, thank you, love, for being on here. I appreciate all the comment, all the support. You are the best person I have met online. Thank you so much for your love. I appreciate you kindly. Thank you, Cece. Good night. Hug the family for me.